This is the Ulanzi 40-watt portable LED light, and it's awesome. It's very compact and lightweight with a built-in battery that lasts about 75 minutes at maximum brightness. It's color accurate with a color temperature range from 2500 to 6500 Kelvin, and it costs $100. The shot you're seeing right now is being lit with two of these Ulanzi lights. I'm using one of them as my key light in a book lighting setup, and the other one serves as a background light to illuminate the background. As of now, this light doesn't support any modifiers because it uses a proprietary mini Bowens mount, and a Bowens mount adapter is not available yet. Ulanzi told me that they're going to release modifiers and accessories next month in September, but as of now you can only use it with the included reflector and mini diffusion add-on. Moving on to the build quality, this light is made completely out of plastic, but it feels very solid and premium. However, one minor complaint I have is with the mini Bowens mount. When you have the reflector attached to the light, it can sometimes be hard to remove it because it practically spins 360 degrees, and it also makes very annoying noises. And you have to spin it until you hear like a click, like this, and then you can remove it. I wish Ulanzi had locked it to 45 or 90 degrees spin, so it would have been much easier to remove rather than spinning it all over the place until you maybe hear a click, and only then you can remove it. In terms of size and weight, this light is extremely compact and lightweight. It's roughly the same size as the palm of my hand and about the same thickness as my fist. With the reflector and diffusion attached, it becomes twice as long. However, when traveling, you can tuck the diffusion inside the reflector to save space. It weighs 476 grams without any modifiers, 562 grams with the reflector attached, and 617 grams with both the reflector and diffusion attached. At the bottom of the light there is a 1/4-inch thread to easily mount it anywhere you want. On the back there is a power button switch, brightness and color temperature dials, which are the only ways to control this light as a phone app is not available. There is also a mini screen and a DC power input for charging the battery and powering the light using the included power adapter. Inside the light there is a 3400 mAh built-in battery which will last about 75 minutes at maximum brightness and about 5 hours at minimum brightness. Charging time is about 3 hours and it supports charging while in use. However, one minor detail I've noticed with this light is that it turns on much quicker when plugged into the wall. On battery power it takes about 4 or 5 seconds. Here's an example. Pretty long, but if I'm going to plug in the included AC/DC adapter, it's going to be almost instantaneous. So there's definitely a significant difference. In terms of brightness and color accuracy, it has a CRI of 95 and TLCI of 96, which makes it very color accurate. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to measure its color accuracy, but from what I can see with my eyes, it's pretty color accurate. Maybe there's a minor green shift, but it's barely noticeable. It has a wide color temperature range from 2500 to 6500 Kelvin and 8 lighting effects such as lightning, TV, candle, faulty bulb, strobe, paparazzi, emergency, and high-low beam. It's very bright for its size. According to Ulanzi, when it's set to 6500 Kelvin and 100% brightness, it's 13,260 lux from half a meter away. Again, I don't have any equipment to verify this, but it's very bright for such a compact light. However, it comes at a price of having fairly loud fans, especially when it's plugged into the wall. Finally, let me show you a few real-world examples of using this light. Let's start with the basics. Let's say you just bought one of these lights and you want to know how it looks as a key light. I have one of these lights here on the left side, slightly above me, pointing downwards with the diffusion panel attached. And it looks okay, a bit too harsh for my personal tasting, but it's definitely better than not having any light at all. One way we can fix this is by adding a foam board to the side. This will basically bounce the light and bring up the shadows on this side of my face. Or we can spend another $100 and have the light, the second light on this side, which is gonna be a fill light. It's definitely looking much better than just having one light acting as a key light, but it's still a bit too harsh for my personal tasting. The contrast is too strong. I look like a news reporter actually, which is not really that bad. In a pinch, it can definitely work, but I like having my light as soft and as pleasing as possible. So here's what you can do to make the light more professional looking, more soft, without adding too much to the cost. This definitely looks much better and it's very easy and simple to set up. I have the light here on the left side. It's shining on this white foam board that basically bounces the light back to me, but most importantly, it makes the light source bigger, which makes it softer. Now, since I have a second light, I can use it for something else rather than a fill light, because I'm using my white foam board as a fill light. I can use it as a background light to illuminate the background by just shining the light at the ceiling. And as you can see, the background is now a bit brighter than before. Or I can also use it as a rim light. I think it's a bit too harsh and I can also maybe move it out of frame a little bit, but you get the idea. I can also do something like this. I have the light now, the second light, slightly out of frame, shining at the background and basically bringing up the exposure. I'm gonna try moving it a bit further away. And also I'm going to use one of these bulbs on the reflector. And it definitely makes the background a little bit more interesting. Now we can take it a step further by making the key light even softer and more pleasing with book lighting. Book lighting is basically when you bounce the light and also diffuse it at the same time. So let me set everything up and show you how it works. Alright, this is how it looks like with book lighting, much more professional and more pleasing. So let me break down everything here and show you how I set this up. So the light is still bouncing from the white foam board back to me, but now I have this big diffusion. This diffusion basically makes the light softer and more pleasing. Additionally, I have here this negative fill to block light spillage to this wall. Let me remove this 1 second and show you how it looks like without using it. And there you go. This is how it looks like without using any negative fill. I kind of prefer using it in this situation because I think the background is a bit too bright. And also, I think I can remove this white foam board from the side because the key light is very soft anyways. And I kind of want to have some shadows on here. Also, if I want it to be a bit darker, I have here my t-shirt on a tripod, which I can use as a negative fill to make the shadows a bit stronger in here. To summarize, the Ulanzi 40-watt light is pretty cool. It's compact and lightweight, has a built-in battery, and is both bright and color accurate. The only downsides are the mini bones mount, which I wish was a bit easier to operate, the DC port instead of USB-C, the lack of app control, and the fairly loud fans when plugged into the wall. However, I would still recommend this light if you're looking for something bright, portable, with a built-in battery, and reasonably priced. As of now, it's $100, but if you use the code ROMA10 on Ulanzi's website through the link below, you will get a 10% discount. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this video to be informative and useful, and I'll see you again soon.